Dr. Phil McGraw, a name synonymous with daytime television, psychology, and self-help, has always presented a composed, confident, and wise persona to the public. For decades, he was admired not only for his ability to guide people through their personal struggles, but also for maintaining what seemed like a stable and loving marriage to Robin McGraw. To the outside world, Dr. Phil's life appeared almost flawless. His career soared to incredible heights, and his long-term marriage symbolized enduring love and partnership. However, behind the scenes, life was not always perfect. Recently, after news of his divorce became public, Dr. Phil has started opening up about his personal journey, the struggles he faced, and how fame and career pressures influenced his private life. Fans who have long admired him for his professional accomplishments were suddenly given a glimpse into a side of Dr. Phil that they rarely saw. The man navigating heartache, change, and reflection after decades of marriage. This revelation marks an important chapter in his life, shedding light on the balance, or at times imbalance, between personal happiness and professional success. Dr. Phil has admitted that maintaining a high-profile career while nurturing a personal life is incredibly challenging. Over the years, the demands of his work, the scrutiny of public attention, and the pressures that come with living under the microscope have all contributed to the strains in his marriage. While Robin McGraw was widely recognized as a steadfast partner, providing unwavering support and stability, even such a strong foundation could not completely shield their relationship from the pressures of fame and evolving personal priorities. For decades, Dr. Phil and Robin were considered the epitome of a power couple, a pair whose love seemed unshakable. They met in the early 1970s, shortly after Dr. Phil had experienced his first divorce from Debbie Higgins, his high school sweetheart. Robin, then just 19, quickly formed a strong connection with Dr. Phil, and in 1976, they tied the knot. From that moment, their marriage became a symbol of longevity and stability, admired by millions of viewers who saw them together on television and at public events. Their relationship was often portrayed as rock solid, with Robin by Dr. Phil's side to the highs and lows of his career. Together, they navigated public life, family matters, and the growing influence of Dr. Phil's career on daytime television. Robin was not just a supportive spouse. She played an integral role in helping Dr. Phil manage the demands of his burgeoning career, offering advice, perspective, and a steady presence behind the scenes. She often appeared alongside him on his show, lending insights and sharing her perspective on family, health, and personal development. Their united front made them seem inseparable, inspiring viewers who admired both their public persona and private dedication to one another. Yet, as time passed and Dr. Phil's fame grew, the pressures of maintaining such an image, alongside the natural evolution of personal goals and ambitions, began to create distance in the relationship. It is common for couples who share decades together to experience shifts in priorities, desires, and personal growth, and Dr. Phil and Robin were no exception. Despite outward appearances of unity, the weight of fame, public scrutiny, and professional obligations often left little room for personal connection, reflection, or open communication. Dr. Phil has reflected on the difficulty of balancing personal happiness with career success, acknowledging that this struggle has played a role in the dissolution of his marriage. While Robin continued to pursue her own passions, advocacy work, and entrepreneurial ventures, Dr. Phil's work-centered lifestyle meant that the couple's paths gradually diverged, resulting in emotional distance. Moreover, the constant attention from media outlets, gossip columns, and social commentary placed additional stress on their lives. Every move they made was observed, analyzed, and critiqued, leaving little opportunity for a private resolution of disagreements or the natural ebb and flow of a long-term relationship. Even the strongest partnerships can be tested under such intense scrutiny, and for Dr. Phil and Robin, this level of public observation likely amplified the challenges they faced in their marriage. Through all of this, Dr. Phil has emphasized that the divorce was not sudden, but rather the result of years of evolving circumstances, pressures, and changing personal goals. In his recent interviews, he has spoken openly about the importance of reflection, personal growth, and learning from the experiences that have shaped his life. While the end of 46-year marriage is undoubtedly difficult, Dr. Phil appears focused on self-improvement, family relationships, and navigating this new chapter with resilience, perspective, and determination. He highlights the role of his children, Jay and Jordan, in providing support and strength during this transition, showing that family continues to be a central part of his life. Post-divorce, Dr. Phil remains a dominant figure in daytime television, maintaining professional commitments while also exploring new perspectives shaped by personal experiences. The journey of coping with public scrutiny, evolving relationships, and personal reflection is one that humanizes Dr. Phil, reminding viewers that behind the public persona is a person facing the universal challenges of love, growth, and change. The lessons from his marriages, combined with the realities of fame, serve as a reminder that even those who appear to have it all must navigate difficulties and learn from life's experiences to achieve balance and fulfillment. Through sharing his story, Dr. Phil not only opens a window into his personal life, but also continues to provide insight into the complexities of human relationships, the challenges of maintaining connection over time, and the importance of personal well-being alongside professional achievement. Before Robin McGraw entered his life, Dr. Phil experienced the challenges of love and marriage with his first wife, Debbie Higgins. Their story began in high school, a time often filled with youthful dreams, hope, and excitement of young love. Debbie, a cheerleader known for her charm and beauty, and Phil, a star athlete, seemed to be the perfect pair. Their connection appeared strong, full of promise and shared ambitions, and by the time Phil was 20 years old, they decided to marry, believing that their love would stand the test of time. Yet, as often happens with young couples, the pressures of life, ambition, and personal growth began to strain their relationship. Dr. Phil was already focused on his future, driven by a desire to pursue higher education and establish a career in psychology. This ambition required immense dedication, long hours, and a single-minded approach that, while admirable professionally, created an imbalance at home. Debbie, on the other hand, had her own aspirations, her own dreams for life beyond the traditional roles expected of a young wife. From the start, the relationship faced tension between Phil's professional ambitions and Debbie's personal goals. According to accounts, Debbie often felt controlled or limited, as her husband sought a partner who would support his career while maintaining the household. This created a sense of frustration and unfulfilled potential for Debbie, as her own desire for independence and personal achievement were constrained by expectations that seemed unfair or rigid. Over time, the pressures and diverging priorities began to manifest as cracks in a relationship. What started as young love with great potential gradually became a source of stress for both partners. Dr. Phil's dedication to his education and professional goals left little room for nurturing the emotional needs of the marriage, while Debbie's growing sense of limitation and lack of freedom added tension to daily life. By 1973, only 3 years after their wedding, the couple made the difficult decision to part ways, realizing that despite their care for one another, their paths were no longer aligned. This early experience, though painful, provided Dr. Phil with profound lessons about relationships, balance, and the importance of mutual respect. He learned that focusing solely on career ambitions, while neglecting emotional and relational needs, can lead to disconnection, misunderstandings, and ultimately heartbreak. The breakdown of this marriage left emotional scars that would influence his approach to future relationships. It also gave him insight into the dynamics of partnership, teaching him the significance of listening, compromise, and shared responsibility. While Dr. Phil rarely speaks extensively about his first marriage publicly, its impact on his life is undeniable. The lessons he carried forward shaped his understanding of love, commitment, and the delicate equilibrium required to maintain a strong marriage while pursuing a high-profile career. His reflections on this period demonstrate a growing awareness of the complexities of human relationships, the importance of emotional intelligence, and the need to balance personal and professional fulfillment. In many ways, the experience with Debbie Higgins laid the foundation for his later approach to marriage with Robin McGraw. It provided him with clarity about the qualities he valued in a partner, the ways in which support and independence must coexist, and the critical importance of communication and mutual understanding. While the end of his first marriage was undoubtedly a difficult chapter, it became a formative period that influenced how he approached love, family, and partnership in the decades that followed. Dr. Phil's journey from his early heartbreak to a long-term marriage with Robin highlights the way experiences, even painful ones, can serve as building blocks for growth. It demonstrates that lessons learned through struggle can inform more mindful decisions, foster empathy, and encourage the development of deeper, more resilient relationships. For Dr. Phil, His first marriage was not just a youthful experience, but a crucial step in understanding the intricate balance between career ambition, personal fulfillment, and emotional connection, a balance that would continue to challenge him and ultimately shape the narrative of his personal life in ways the public would only glimpse decades later, after the end of his first marriage. Dr. Phil's life took a significant turn when he met Robin McGraw in the early 1970s. Robin, only 19 at the time, quickly became not just a partner in love, but a cornerstone of his personal and professional life. From the very beginning, their relationship demonstrated a unique blend of emotional support, shared vision, and complementary strengths. Robin was not only caring and insightful, but also driven, capable, and fiercely independent. This combination proved essential as Dr. Phil began to navigate the challenges of establishing himself as a psychologist and later as a public figure. Their marriage in 1976 marked the start of a union that would endure for decades, appearing solid, stable, and inspiring to those who followed his journey. While Dr. Phil focused on building his career, Robin played a crucial role behind the scenes. She offered emotional support, helped manage family matters, and served as a confidant for his ideas and ambitions. Her presence allowed him to dedicate himself fully to his work, while knowing that their personal life remained grounded. Over the years, as Dr. Phil's public profile grew, especially following his appearances on the Oprah Winfrey Show in the 1990s, Robin continued to provide balance and perspective. She understood the pressures of fame and the intensity of media scrutiny, often acting as a stabilizing influence during challenging times. When Dr. Phil launched his own show in 2002, Robin frequently appeared on camera, not only as supportive spouse, but also as an advisor and contributor. Her calm demeanor, relatable personality, and insights into family, health, and social matters resonated with viewers, further cementing the couple's image as a power couple. Their marriage became a symbol of collaboration, where both partners actively contributed to the success of shared endeavors. Robin's involvement was not limited to appearances or public support. She actively participated in shaping the content of Dr. Phil's show and in managing behind-the-scenes operations. By offering her perspective, she added depth and nuance to programming, ensuring that it balanced professional expertise with empathy and relatability. The McGraw's partnership demonstrated how a strong marriage could enhance professional achievements, providing the foundation for sustained success. Beyond the workplace, Robin also pursued her own interests, including advocacy for women's health education and family values. These ventures highlighted her independence and ambition, reinforcing the idea that a successful partnership requires room for individual growth alongside shared goals. Together, they navigated the highs and lows of public life, consistently presenting a united front that inspired both admiration and trust. Fans saw them as loyal, supportive, and inseparable, a couple who weathered life's challenges while maintaining a loving relationship. Yet, as their public persona flourished, so too did the pressures of fame. Living in the spotlight comes with constant scrutiny, and the McGraws were no exception. Tabloids, gossip columns, and social media commentary examined every aspect of their lives, from personal decisions to professional choices. Even the most private disagreements risked becoming public knowledge, and the need to maintain appearances sometimes meant that issues had to be managed discreetly or suppressed temporarily. Dr. Phil himself has reflected on the unique challenges that accompany a high-profile marriage, acknowledging that balancing career, family, and personal fulfillment is never simple. While the partnership with Robin was a source of immense strength, the external pressures of fame, public expectations, and relentless attention created circumstances that tested even the strongest of bonds. Despite these challenges, the McGraw's marriage endured for decades, demonstrating resilience, mutual respect, and a deep understanding of one another. Robin's unwavering support allowed Dr. Phil to achieve professional milestones, while his dedication to their family and relationship provided the foundation for a marriage that, outwardly, seemed perfect. Their story illustrates how partnership can amplify individual potential, turning personal and professional collaboration into a source of shared success. Yet, it also foreshadows the complexities that come with maintaining such a balance over decades. Over time, personal ambitions, evolving interests, and external pressures began to shape the dynamics of their relationship, setting the stage for changes that would ultimately lead to their decision to divorce. This period, however, was not only about challenges. It was a testament to how two individuals could create a life together that balanced love, career, family, and personal growth, leaving a legacy of collaboration, dedication, and public admiration that few couples in the public eye have achieved. While Dr. Phil and Robin McGraw built a marriage admired by millions, the realities of fame brought significant challenges that often went unseen by the public. Living in the spotlight is never easy, and for the McGraws, the constant media attention was both a blessing and a burden. On one hand, Dr. Phil's prominence as a psychologist and television personality brought influence, opportunities, and a platform to help people. On the other hand, it came with scrutiny, judgment, and pressure that could weigh heavily on personal relationships. Every aspect of their lives, from their parenting decisions to their appearances on television, was closely examined, often generating speculation and rumor. Tabloids and gossip columns frequently dissected the McGraws' relationship, reporting on minor disagreements as if they were crises, amplifying even small issues and creating an environment where privacy was nearly impossible. Public perception mattered, and maintaining a flawless image required constant attention and effort. In addition to media scrutiny, Dr. Phil faced controversies directly related to his career. His show, while groundbreaking in many ways, attracted criticism for its tough love approach and the handling of sensitive subjects, including mental health, addiction, and family conflict. Some critics argued that his methods were too harsh or exploitative, claiming that certain episodes prioritized entertainment over genuine psychological support. Legal battles occasionally arose, further intensifying pressure, as lawsuits and public disputes required time, energy, and emotional resilience. While Dr. Phil continued to defend his work and maintain a professional stance, the negative attention inevitably spilled over into his personal life. Robin, as his spouse, was also affected by these controversies. Her support, while unwavering, often required navigating public criticism alongside Dr. Phil, adding another layer of responsibility to her role. The constant stress of defending their choices, managing public perception, and shielding their family from criticism created circumstances that tested the resilience of their marriage. Even a strong partnership can struggle under the combined weight of professional controversy, public scrutiny, and evolving personal needs. Furthermore, fame can subtly shift the dynamics of a relationship. Dr. Phil's career required long hours, extensive travel, and continuous engagement with the demands of a public figure, leaving less time and energy for personal connection and communication. Over the years, these pressures contributed to emotional distance, not because of a lack of love, but because of the realities of balancing a high-profile career with family life. Robin, increasingly focused on her own endeavors, including advocacy work, public speaking, and business ventures, naturally saw fulfillment and recognition in her own right. While her independence was a strength, it also highlighted the divergence in priorities between the two partners. Gradually, the combination of career demands, public attention, and individual pursuits created circumstances that strained the relationship. Even as they continued to present a united front to the public, these underlying challenges became more difficult to navigate privately. Dr. Phil himself has reflected on this period, acknowledging that maintaining both a high-profile career and a deep, connected marriage is incredibly challenging. He has spoken about the importance of balancing professional ambition with personal happiness and the emotional toll that comes from trying to manage both simultaneously. In interviews following the announcement of his divorce, he has emphasized that the pressures of fame, while not the sole reason for the split, undoubtedly contributed to the gradual disconnection in their relationship. The McGraw's experience highlights a reality often overlooked by fans and viewers. Fame amplifies both successes and struggles. Public admiration cannot substitute for personal communication, shared values, or emotional intimacy. The challenges they face serve as a reminder that even the strongest couples must work continuously to maintain connection in the face of external pressures. While their marriage was admired for its longevity, the impact of fame, controversies, and public scrutiny created a complex environment that required constant attention, resilience, and negotiation. These factors, combined with natural changes in individual goals and personal growth, eventually set the stage for the couple to reassess their relationship, paving the way toward their decision to divorce after decades together. By understanding these pressures, viewers gain insight into the nuanced realities of life behind the cameras, the human experiences of adaptation, compromise, and reflection, and the challenges inherent in balancing a public career with private fulfillment. Dr. Phil and Robin's story demonstrates that success, love, and public admiration are intertwined with sacrifices, hard choices, and lessons that can only be learned through lived experience. After nearly 5 decades together, the announcement of Dr. Phil and Robin McGraw's divorce in 2024 sent shockwaves through the public, leaving fans stunned and eager to understand what led to the end of such a long-lasting marriage. To many, the couple had seemed inseparable, a model of stability, love, and partnership in both the personal and professional spheres. However, as Dr. Phil has now begun to share, the reality behind closed doors was far more complex. The decision to divorce was not sudden, but rather the culmination of years of evolving circumstances, pressures, and shifts in personal priorities. Dr. Phil has openly acknowledged that maintaining a high-profile career while nurturing a long-term marriage is a delicate balance, one that requires constant effort, communication, and compromise. Over the years, his career became increasingly demanding, managing a nationally syndicated television show, addressing the needs of countless guests, navigating legal challenges, and maintaining a public persona left limited time for the deep, daily engagement that sustains an intimate partnership. Robin, meanwhile, was expanding her own endeavors, including her advocacy work, entrepreneurial projects, and public engagements. While both partners found fulfillment in their respective pursuits, the growing divergence in priorities gradually created distance, not due to a lack of care or commitment, but as a natural result of separate life trajectories. Dr. Phil has reflected on this dynamic, noting that the pressures of career and fame are not the only factors contributing to the dissolution of a long marriage, yet they undeniably amplify challenges that may already exist. Even couples with strong bonds can experience emotional drift when communication falters or when external responsibilities consistently compete with the needs of the relationship. The divorce, while difficult, has also been an opportunity for Dr. Phil to engage in introspection and personal growth. He has spoken about the importance of reflecting on past experiences, understanding mistakes, and applying lessons learned to future endeavors. In interviews following the divorce, he has emphasized the need to balance professional ambition with personal happiness and to prioritize well-being alongside career success. For Dr. Phil, this period is not solely defined by loss or regret. It is a chance to redefine priorities, explore new paths, and focus on self-care and family. His children, Jay and Jordan, have been a crucial source of support during this transition. Maintaining close relationships with them has allowed him to continue fulfilling his role as a father while navigating the emotional complexities of life after divorce. Family remains central to his identity, providing stability and grounding amidst the public attention that continues to follow his every move. Professionally, Dr. Phil shows no signs of slowing down. He remains a dominant figure in daytime television, bringing decades of expertise to audiences seeking guidance, insight, and practical advice. However, the experiences of personal loss and reflection are already shaping his perspective. Interviews indicate that he is more thoughtful, empathetic, and aware of the delicate interplay between career, personal life, and emotional health. His approach to future work and relationships may be informed by the lessons learned from both his marriages, his first experiencing the consequences of imbalance, and his second navigating the pressures of fame and evolving personal goals. While fans may continue to view Dr. Phil primarily as a television personality or self-help expert, these reflections reveal the human side of a man who, despite public success, faces universal challenges of love, connection, and self-discovery. The divorce underscores the reality that long-term relationships require continuous effort, adaptability, and emotional honesty. It also serves as a reminder that personal growth often emerges from adversity and change. Dr. Phil's willingness to speak candidly about this chapter in his life is not just a personal revelation. It offers insight to viewers about the complexities of human relationships, the pressures of public life, and the value of resilience. Ultimately, the divorce is a transition rather than an ending. It represents the opportunity for renewal, self-awareness, and a pursuit of fulfilling life that harmonizes personal happiness with professional accomplishment. Through his reflections, Dr. Phil continues to exemplify the lessons he has spent decades teaching others: the importance of self-reflection, the courage to confront difficult truths, and the recognition that even after loss, growth, connection, and meaning remain possible. By sharing this journey, he humanizes the experience of divorce, demonstrating that life after a long-term partnership can be navigated with dignity, mindfulness, and a commitment to ongoing personal evolution. With the divorce from Rob McGraw now public, many are curious about how this major life change will affect Dr. Phil's career and the way the world perceives him. Over nearly 5 decades, Dr. Phil has cultivated a public image as a wise, composed, and insightful figure, known for helping others navigate life's challenges while maintaining a seemingly stable personal life. The end of such a long-term marriage could have impacted his reputation, yet it also provides an opportunity to demonstrate personal resilience, emotional maturity, and growth. Professionally, Dr. Phil remains as influential as ever. His show continues to reach millions of viewers, addressing pressing issues in families, mental health, and personal development. Despite the personal upheaval, he has shown a remarkable ability to balance his work commitments while reflecting on the changes in his private life. This balance suggests that Dr. Phil is not only maintaining his career, but also integrating the lessons learned from his divorce into his approach to work. Viewers may notice a subtle shift in tone in his public appearances and advice, as personal experiences often inform professional insight. By sharing aspects of his journey, Dr. Phil provides a relatable example of how life's challenges, divorce, emotional strain, and public scrutiny can lead to greater understanding, empathy, and authenticity. His story resonates with many who face similar struggles, reinforcing the idea that even highly successful individuals encounter difficulties in maintaining long-term relationships. Furthermore, the divorce offers a chance for Dr. Phil to evolve his public image, rather than detracting from his credibility. Openness about personal experiences humanizes him and strengthens a connection with his audience. People appreciate transparency and the willingness to admit challenges and mistakes, and Dr. Phil's reflections demonstrate that personal growth is an ongoing process, regardless of age, success, or status. This evolution also underscores the importance of mental and emotional well-being. Dr. Phil has emphasized that self-reflection, understanding one's own needs, and setting boundaries are critical for sustaining healthy relationships. These lessons, drawn from decades of personal and professional experience, become even more compelling when shared from a place of authenticity. The impact on his career may also be positive in the long term. Life experiences, particularly those involving significant personal change, often enrich one's professional perspective. Dr. Phil's insights into relationships, human behavior, and coping with challenges may deepen as a result of his divorce, allowing him to provide even more nuanced guidance to viewers. His personal journey can inspire audiences to approach their own challenges with resilience, self-awareness, and a commitment to personal growth. Another important aspect is how this period of transition reinforces the importance of family. Throughout the divorce, Dr. Phil has emphasized the role of his children, Jay and Jordan, as sources of support and grounding. Maintaining these relationships ensures continuity, stability, and emotional connection, providing both personal fulfillment and professional inspiration. For viewers, this demonstrates that even amidst change, prioritizing family and nurturing meaningful relationships remains essential. The broader lesson from Dr. Phil's post-divorce life is one of adaptability and reflection. Life is not static, and even long-term commitments may change or end. How individuals respond to these changes, whether with growth, introspection, or renewed purpose, shapes their future trajectory. Dr. Phil's approach highlights the importance of embracing life's challenges as opportunities to learn, develop resilience, and foster meaningful connections. Moreover, his story serves as a reminder that public figures are human. Behind a polished television persona lies a person navigating complex emotions, relationships, and life transitions. By openly sharing his experiences, Dr. Phil challenges the assumption that fame equates to immunity from personal struggles, offering a realistic perspective that resonates widely. In conclusion, life after divorce with Dr. Phil McGraw is more than a personal adjustment. It is a transformative phase that affects career, personal growth, and public perception. While the end of a decades-long marriage marks a significant change, it also allows for reflection, renewed priorities, and the integration of life lessons into both professional work and personal life. Dr. Phil's story provides a powerful example of resilience, authenticity, and the ongoing journey toward balance, illustrating that even amidst the challenges of fame and personal upheaval, growth, self-awareness, and meaningful relationships remain possible. His experiences serve not only as a roadmap for navigating change, but also as an affirmation that life's difficulties, when approached with insight and courage, can lead to a richer, more thoughtful existence. Looking back on Dr. Phil McGraw's journey, it becomes clear that his life has been shaped by a series of experiences that combine personal triumphs, challenges, and the ongoing pursuit of growth. From his early marriage to Debbie Higgins, where he first confronted the complexities of balancing ambition with emotional connection, to his decades-long partnership with Robin McGraw, where fame, public scrutiny, and shared professional success played a defining role, each stage of his life offers valuable lessons. His first marriage, though brief and challenging, provided insights into the importance of mutual respect, communication, and